time.
Switch, run them bands up.
Yo, this is your boy CJ, this is AntNation with my boy BigJaysBeats. How you doing, Bromley? I'm good, man. It's cool, man. It's very good. So, would you like to introduce yourself to the people?
Basically, I'm BigJaysBeats. I'm a producer from a little town in the middle of Bromley, undisclosed location. But yeah, and I've been producing for 3 or 4 years. Working with a lot of talented artists at the moment. Got my own home studio, offering for bookings. All sorts, really, man.
It's cool,
And
man.
a lot of beats online as well.
It's good, interested. That's good, man. But that's all about your home studio. How did you set that up? And what was the challenges you faced while setting it up?
Well, basically, I got my own place.
Oh, nice.
So when I moved out of my own place, the first thing I did before I even got a bed for myself was set up the home studio.
Dedication.
Yeah, exactly. Straight away, just set up this home studio. Got some foam panels for it, insulating panels, the acoustics. Set them up all around the room. Got some nice Kanye West posters all over the place. Looking good, LED lights with the same color as the tiles. I've got all of my equipment already. That I already had my audio interface and my speakers and my mic and a load of vintage equipment as well. Set up around the room, and that was pretty much ready to go.
That's good, man. That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So what type of producer are you? Because I know I did my research and there's quite a lot of producing. I heard there's a recorded producer, there's a sound producer. I don't know. There's many producers. So what type of producer?
I do a bit of everything, but mostly I beat make
Okay.
and I produce for other artists. So if someone has an idea for a beat they want, they'll come to me.
Sweet.
And they'll give me the idea, and basically they'll just tell me what they want it to sound like. Most people who come to me don't have much of a musical background,
Okay.
which is quite hard because I don't either, but I do have a good ear. So I can sort of figure it out, and they'll say they want like, you know what I mean? Like a bit stupid sounding or whatever, and we'll sort of figure out the beat from there.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool.
Or we have a reference track or whatever, but you know what I mean?
No, that makes sense, man. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So how did your producing career start? Like, who inspired you to start producing? Like, was it a hobby or was it just like a...
For me, it's a deep story.
Okay. Do you want to share that story?
Yeah, I don't mind sharing it. I was thinking just I should probably share it. So yeah, basically I was in hospital,
Okay.
under Section Act.
Okay.
So I had really bad mental health at the time. Because basically, from the age of 13, I was using drugs.
That,
Yeah, from very young age, I was smoking weed and doing all sorts and anything I could find, really. And it sort of messed me up for a long time. And the thing a lot of kids don't really understand is might be a good time for 5 minutes, but it could be a bad time for 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, you know what I mean?
you're right.
And they've really got to be careful. Some people will be fine with it, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of us out there that aren't fine with it. And it can really mess you up if you take the piss with it and take it too far.
You're right.
I mean,
Is there like any advice you'll give people going through that situation right now on how they can become better or how they can, you know, like come out of that situation and live their lives?
it's a weird thing to say, but you've got to drag yourself out of it. You can't look to nobody else to pull you out of it. The only one that can pull you out is yourself, really.
Yeah.
You can't just wait, I'll get clean when such and such helps me, or this happens with my girlfriend, or this happens, you know what I mean?
You need it for my life. It's your responsibility.
It's your responsibility to take it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I understand. But yeah, my next question, have you met or produced with any big artists? And if not, who would you produce for and why?
Not really massive artists, a few medium-sized artists,
Okay.
alright? But like my good friend David Afumba,
Okay.
he's a good artist. He does Christian gospel rap now at the moment.
Sweet.
Doing quite well with it. So yeah,
Yeah, hold tight, David, man.
big up David. I know you're watching, Dave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know exactly who I'd work for. Two people, either Freddie Gibbs, the American.
Oh, yeah, Freddie Gibbs, yeah. Man,
is amazing.
he's crazy, man.
He's very honest about stuff, you know what I mean?
Freddie for real.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Or Pot of Paper.
Oh, yeah, and
He's so talented.
storytelling, man. His storytelling fandom now happens to it. Have you heard his recent album?
Yeah, Money or Victims is my favourite for that. I love that song.
Man.
Multifaceted is good as well. And Blame Brexit. And there's a lot, all the tracks on that album are fantastic, to be fair.
That's good.
It's a really solid album.
Shout out Pot of Paper as well.
They done Pot of Paper. Send me your email.
But yeah, who do you think is the best producer in the industry today?
Depends really,
Okay.
because I like old school producers. I make newer stuff now, but I used to be like an old school hip hop sample based sort of guy. So I would have to say Alchemist in America he's produced, or Madlib, one of the two. I can't really
Compare.
I can't compare the two to them. They're very different styles, but very similar styles at the same time. It's just weird.
Okay.
But they're fantastic what they do with samples, because they can make a song, take a song, and manipulate it in so many different ways. Like, you wouldn't know. It's just mad what they can do.
Crazy.
And Kanye West before he went crazy.
Oh yeah, Kanye. But this the old Kanye.
Old Kanye was amazing, man.
Man, that guy was like Diggy, man. This guy, he wouldn't sleep.
Yeah.
He wouldn't, bro. Have you seen the Netflix thing?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm trying to complete his equipment list at the moment. I've got half the equipment sort of he used to use. I've got an MPC that he used to use.
Okay.
Not his one, obviously, because I can't afford that. And I've got an EPS, which is the baby brother of the keyboard he used to use.
Okay.
Because I'm obsessed with Kanye West. Old Kanye got me into hip hop. 100% got me into hip hop.
His producer saved Jay-Z's career. I thought
100%.
100%. Yo, Rockefeller back in the day, did him dead,
That
man.
Blueprint album that Kanye did a lot of producing. What? The best songs were the Kanye songs. Even like Benny Siegel songs, Kanye ones were the best ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That guy was, man, all type.
And Pharrell was a serious good producer from back then as well. Like, not just Pharrell and the Neptunes, Pharrell and Chad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll forget Chad. But yeah.
That's good, man. Alright. Do you go to open mics and DJ? I'll make you from an open mic, in fact.
Nah, that was my event.
That was your event.
Me and Cameron's, yeah.
Man, tell us about the event. How did it happen?
Well, there's a few of us. I'm not just going to say me and Cameron, because that's a bit rude. A fair few of us. Me, Cameron, Tigger, Brandon, Dre, and a few other people who, because it was such a long time ago, I've lost contact with and I can't seem to remember.
Shout out Brandon, though. I haven't spoken to him in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But we set it up in Bromley because I found the location.
Okay.
And it was brilliant. It was good, but very stressful. If you see the pictures from back then, I'm just like this in the corner, like,
Yeah.
very stressed out. You know what I mean? I didn't really realize I had it at the time. But it's a learning experience, definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Would you class yourself like a part-time manager type thing?
Nah, definitely not. I haven't got where it's cut. Nah, I've definitely not got where it's cut out for that.
Okay, fair.
I'm not the most people person when it comes to that.
That's cool, man. That's cool, man. But yeah. Describe your musical background.
My musical background?
Is it?
Well, I don't really have one.
Oh, really? So you don't grow up listening to like
Not listening wise, yeah, but I thought you meant like right up playing.
like
Playing instruments as a kid or whatever. I didn't do any playing instruments as a kid, but my musical background is very, very vast. Like, my dad went through a girlfriend a week at one point.
Oh, really?
Well, not like exactly a week, but like every few months he'd have a different bird hanging around.
He was a player.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Don't know how he's fuck ugly. But yeah, and he used to, they would always have different influences with what they play. So one would be into drum and bass, one would be into hip hop, one would be into like rock and roll, one would be into jazz or whatever, you know what I mean? I've got influences from like everyone from Billy Preston to Billie Eilish.
Oh, wow.
Or to like Prodigy, to the other Prodigy from Mobb Deep, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
and like all sorts of people.
So you just picked up the sounds from there and just...
That's why I like psalming it. Yeah, I collect vinyl. So I'll take a vinyl record of anyone, really. My favourites is Isaac Hayes.
Okay.
Because he played Chef in South Park. And he did that Sweet Chocolate Ball song, which is absolutely hilarious if you haven't heard it.
I haven't heard it yet.
You haven't heard it yet? Listen, it's just ridiculous.
That's true.
It's just ridiculous. But yeah, he's an actual soul musician. He was one of the most complicated soul musicians, and they somehow talked him into doing a South Park character. But I don't know how they did that, to be honest. But yeah, and he's my favourite. I think he's magnificent. He did the TV show Shaft as well. Shaft or whatever.
What's that on?
The 70s one.
Oh, no,
They remade it on Netflix.
Yeah, I think they remade it on
Netflix, yeah.
Where the three brothers are, one was the father, I think one was the son, and one was the other son. Yeah, other son, yeah. Just on like some Blade Runner and stuff. Just
nah, it's like a sort of like a almost like a Black Columbo. So yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was good though, it was good.
And it was good, yeah.
But yeah, man, finals, that's a bit expensive, man, I'll be real.
Yeah, I'll stop
buying them still.
Once it got to like 1,500 records, I'll stop buying them.
Really?
Yeah, I've got crates and crates of them.
Damn.
Stupid.
That's a very, very expensive collection, man.
Yeah. Well, half of them I got for like 10p to 50p at Buffet.
Lucky, man.
I'm lucky with that one.
Yeah. They're like £100 or more nowadays, man.
For a dear one, yeah. But if you get cheap bargain bin ones, you can get like £1 each or 10 for £1 at places. So it's not too bad when you just get the cheap crap, and you can, if you know what you're doing,
yeah,
you can turn a turd into a diamond. You really can.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I've got this weird Indian meditation record at home. Now this is so strange, and I've turned it into a million different songs, and I'm gonna love it. You know what I mean? But I paid $2.99 for it in a long time.
That's a bargain.
You know what I mean? Because you get so much out of it.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's true. But yeah, man, sweet. How have your family affected your music career?
Most of them have been very supportive. Most of them, to be fair. My mum's incredibly supportive, but she's a typical mum, to be fair. She's fantastic.
What's that mum?
Big got mumsy. She's good shit. She's brilliant, my mum. My little sister's very supportive as well. Yeah. When I first started out, I used to give them the headphones and go, can you listen to this?
Oh,
like, yeah,
that feedback.
Yeah, that feedback, yeah. Or a friend who used to basically at my house every day, I'd get them to listen to it.
That's
and all sorts. But after a while, there's a good thing I can say that you need to learn to make music that you like because you like it, or not to make music you like because others like it, if that makes any sense.
It's true.
Because that's the better music. If you like it, you'll find someone else who likes it. It doesn't matter if the people around you don't like it, you'll find someone else who likes it.
For like a better connection.
Yeah.
It'll be easier to work.
It's more authentic. It's 100% more authentic. Yeah.
Cool. But that's good, man. What's your advice for people that want to start producing?
Do whatever. I mean, if you haven't got a laptop, bang a drum, you know what I mean? Do whatever. Like, follow the hobby from the internet. Learn as much as you can.
Yeah, we do have YouTube, man. YouTube doing some brilliant tutorials and even like book a course or something, you know?
Yeah, literally, I learned
23, man.
Like I said, good 80% of my stuff I've learned is through YouTube, 10% through college, and 10% through word of mouth through other producers. A big chunk of it is just literally online for free. You know, that's sweet.
Is there any artists you're working with right now? And if there are, how's it going?
I've got a few artists I'm working with at the moment. I said earlier, David Afumba.
Yeah.
We've got an album we're working on, a few songs we're working on. I'm not going to say too much, because I'm not sure if we can yet. I'm in check with him, to be honest.
Very top secret.
Top secret, very top secret. But he does everything from club music to gospel music.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant music.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely fantastic. He writes something 2 minutes.
Sweet.
He's a good friend of mine as well. Dave's on gotcha. You know what I mean?
Watch out, David, man. And
Get up, David. Yeah.
What's your views on producers in the industry today? Because I feel like the industry I hear is very forgiving, you know, and the fact that producers don't really get recognition like that is another issue. So what's your views on?
I found there's so many people who are on the fake it till you make it thing.
Yeah,
They're not authentic, you know, they'll say a load of stuff like, they know, oh, I can do that. Like the old Catherine Tate sketch, have you seen it? When she used to go like, oh, I can speak Spanish. Yeah, I can do that. I can do badminton. Yeah, I can do that. You know what I mean? Everyone says they can do something, they can't, and there's nothing wrong with saying you can't do something, because at the end of the day, the answer you might get might be, okay, I'll show you. And that'll make you a stronger producer and you a stronger artist if you actually learn from corrections rather than just trying to fake your way through something. Sure, make it sense.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, do you have any investments? And if not, what would you like to invest in or buy?
Definitely not Bitcoin. Definitely not. I was standing up there.
Almost going up.
No, it's so good. Definitely not Bitcoin or any of that stuff, because I do think it'll die off one day.
Do you know what? For a person who invests in Bitcoin, Shiba to the moon, Dogecoin to the moon, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know too much about it, to be fair. It's just not my sort of thing.
It's a very volatile market. I'm gonna give you that.
You know,
Then again, I don't know.
there's a lot of money on it.
The way money's moving right now, I feel like the government's trying to, have all these credit cards and all these little trackers, or just trying to control our money, man. And the thing with crypto is our money's free. You know what I'm saying? That's why they want to get rid of it. So for me, I don't know, man. For me,
When it becomes a proper, well-circulated, well-regulated currency, I'll get behind it 100%. But right now, it's
all over the place.
it's chaos at the moment with it. Because one week it'll be worth loads, and one week it'll be worth nothing. It's just don't know. And that's not a sure investment. So if I was going to invest in something, I'd invest in something that I could see had a steady progress and a sure progress.
So
More estate investments. No, not even real estate, because you never know. 2008, all real estate was worth nothing.
I'll be honest, real estate is probably the best market right now.
Right now it is,
compared to stocks and other things.
When we go through a huge financial crash, real estate's the first one to get hit.
Okay.
That's why it's a sure investment for a long time, but when it gets hit hard. So I don't really go. But to be fair, I'm going on my own point here. I don't really know much about investing.
So I'm not going to sit here and chat. I think again, you like all right,
really know.
Because it changes all the time. So
yeah,
nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
It's not really the investing type of guy who spend it all in a kebab shop and get money sort of guy. You can tell one good gun, mate. Trust me.
I hate you. You already heard. What's your opinion on like the red pill or blue pill content that's happening on YouTube? Because I'm seeing that a lot, man.
I get it.
Fan models hopping on podcasts and just talking their minds, and we have Fresh and Fit just shutting them down, and Andrew Tate, and there's Tristan Tate's brother, and then there's, I'm saying, there's so many. Steph is cold, Steph is cold. There's so many people, man. So what's that your?
It's not mine sort of thing, because I sort of see it in the middle. You know what I mean? I think they're a bit too far one way, and everything else is a bit too far the other way, if you know what I mean. Like, they're not really... I really don't want to step on this one.
Man, starting, man, step on.
But, step on. A lot of people, a lot of men specifically, do nowadays feel left out.
Yeah.
But a lot of women in the past have felt left out. So is it fair to let men feel left out for a while so women can catch up, or will they just run with the bag and not come back?
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's a very delicate point, and you don't know how to really tackle it. I don't anyway. But I do feel some of what they say makes a bit of sense, and some of it is complete and utterly bullshit. You know what I mean? I think a lot of it is made up for clickbait and to grab his attention.
It's just
for the controversy. On the other hand, some of what they say does make a bit of sense. It's a weird one. It's hard to.
I feel like for me, what I learned is from Karen Samuels anyway. A lot of women are delusional, man. They are high expectations.
You can say it the other way. You can say a lot of people.
People.
Because the world we live in has deluded the whole population.
Brainwashed,
Yeah, because they want us as mush, really. They read 1984, You know, it's a book about it's a not really post-apocalyptic, but like dystopian. It's very dystopian, and it's about how machines will control our lives and stuff like that, and how the government will use stuff to track us. I'm not really going to get too into it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, I can see a lot of that now. We carry around a tracking device in our pockets. Yeah,
My computer.
willingly we carry around the GPS with a picture of us, our bank details, half of us, our national insurance number, everything on our phone. Some people got pictures of their birth certificates on their phone.
We carry around it on nudes, man.
You know what I mean? All sorts of sensitive information, we just have it in our pockets. And we give all that access to the conglomerates of like Apple and Google.
Yeah, man, big companies, Samsung, you know.
And if you're giving your information to Alcatel, I don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you're using Alcatel as a proper mom, then I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, all sorts.
Yeah, that's the world we live in, man. 2023 gets nerve, man. No, I think even Apple allowed some, what's that Google thing?
Yeah, like I think that's terrifying as well. It looks weird as well. Imagine talking to someone with like it's like a good one.
Yeah, you know when you put the thing on there, everyone's like daydreaming.
Yeah, like in black.
I remember, yeah,
In black.
I remember, yeah.
Which means
It's happening here. Yes, sir, man. Every year, guess what? I'm telling you.
it's terrible.
The next thing you know, they're gonna get chips. Like when you see Cyberpunk.
Yeah, or there's a Doctor Who episode where they get a chip.
Or chips, and they start messaging people through the chips. Bro, I'm telling you.
That probably will happen. I'm not getting one. No. I'm it's crazy, man. I'll buy it off here, brick farm of 33, hang on, I'm fit and run away. Put away with a little 3310, trust me.
Oh man, trust me. But yeah, man, let's talk about fishing. We spoke about this before the camera turned on.
Yeah.
The city that pike fishing, man, or carp fishing.
Yeah.
How do you about fishing?
I like fishing. I've recently got into it. I mean, a few of my friends watching will be like, oh, shut up about fishing again about fishing. But yeah, I've got into it just to get out of the house and relax a bit more, get away from pubs and clubs and whatever.
That's good.
And just get to a place when you're on your own, you're relaxed, and you can just settle down and relax in nature. I see a mink when I was fishing, which is like a big ferret, if you know what a mink is.
I think I've heard of a mink.
Black and white ferret, like they're huge.
Is it a mink like what's the thing that swims?
Sort of like an otter.
Otter, yeah.
Sort of like an otter, yeah. I see it the other day and I was like, yeah, I'm in Seven Oaks, yeah. That's where I was fishing. I'm in Kent right now, yeah. It is brilliant. I love it because it gets me out to do something like for a cathartic purpose of just relaxing, you know? But pike fishing on the other hand is a lot more exhilarating, I guess. It's cool that you move around a lot more, you're constantly casting in, and yeah, but I'm going to shut up about fishing because I won't get the people having a go when they go, oh, no.
It's bad, man.
Yeah, trust me. I know. Yeah.
Hey, that's good, man. Have you collabed with other producers before? Because nowadays, that's it's very common, man.
Yeah, a couple of times. I don't always tend to do it because I'm one of them people, I work better on my own.
Depends.
I work better on my own because I do music first and foremost to help my mental health and to help myself. That's why I do it. If I can make some money off of it, cool. If I can make some good music with other people, cool. But if I can't, I can't at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't really matter either way to me. And I think that if you get into something just for the fun of doing something and you enjoy doing it, then it's way better than getting into something for the monetary side of things.
It's true.
You know what I mean? It's true.
It's more genuine.
It's more authentic. Yeah, I said that word like 50 times today, but it is more authentic.
That's good.
Authenticity is the most important thing when you do.
That's good. But yeah, what is one thing every song must have for it to be solid? Because I know
I just said that authenticity.
Hold on. But let's say like when you actually produce, because some people say 808, the snare, that I don't know, like a triangle thing.
I've seen people make beats out of the weirdest things and they turn into bangers. Like crisp packets and lighter sounds.
That's actually true.
And always on stuff. Yeah, exactly. And turn it into bangers. I've been there when people have done stuff like that and they've turned it into bangers. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But what they're doing there is sound selection, really. If you have good sound selection, you can make anything sound good. And if you're good at audio processing and mixing, mastering, and like turning a terrible sounding thing into a brilliant sounding thing, so it works perfectly in the mix, then you're on the right track.
Sound like a happy stool, man.
Yeah,
You do a song.
I'm not there yet. Trust me, I'm not there yet.
But I'm time, man.
Yeah, but it was happy.
Don't worry about that. But yeah, who's your favorite rapper, man?
I'm very rap on
Anyway.
bar paper or nines. Yeah.
Lines, yeah, that's long good. Ooh, that guy can rap.
Or Nux as well, like Nux.
Nux.
Nux is really good.
He good soul rapper.
If we're talking like more lo-fi, Frankie Stu and Harvey Gunn, they're really good.
Okay, I don't know about them.
Nah,
I don't know about.
nah, they're good.
I'm gonna check them out though.
They got like a weird, depressed sounding rap, but I like it. It's different. Yeah, it's good. I like it a lot.
That's good, man. That's good, man. But yeah, what's your views on the UK scene right now? Because I feel like
It's doing really well, but I don't know. I feel so the new C is taking over.
yeah, he is.
He's taken over everywhere.
Young babe right now. Just
They're killing it. Yeah, they're killing it. I don't know. I'm glad to see where it is, to be honest. I'm glad to see the point it's at. Because you're the same age as me, so you'll probably remember 10, 15 years ago when we were kids, we're here on the radio from British people would be Tiny Temper.
yeah.
Country Strider.
It was a bit like grime turning into pop
Grime,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, were my song verses. That song is terrible. It should be burned. Or sorry, Skepta. Yeah,
That Skepta in, but when he went out on mainstream, he tried to do AntNation. It didn't work like
But then he pulled it back. He did put it back.
Blacklisted was a good,
Yeah,
his album Blacklisted.
that's the pink one, isn't it?
The pink one.
Yeah, I like the what's the bar thinking about Doggy Style and Kate Winslet?
Yeah, I think I was
Living the land of the young and gifted or something like that. Track one.
track track one, something like that.
Yeah, it's a good. He's just talking about sitting in the studio. I like it because it's weird. You know what I mean?
Like his mind and his dreams.
Yeah. I like that song. Yeah,
It's hard to believe, man.
100%.
But yeah, man, how do you think your beats can impact the music scene, and do you see yourself involving your style in the future?
Now, everyone's got to evolve. So, evolution and change is part of human life, you know? Everyone's got to grow and move and change. When people say a leopard can't change its spots, I've said it before, I don't know why, but it's not always true. Some people can't change their spots, obviously, but a lot of people can, and a lot of people can grow. So I hope I grow to a producer who can really impact the culture, but if I don't, I don't. You know what I mean?
It's just time, man.
I'm not one of them people who are hung up on thinking they're the best in the world. I'm very humble with it. I don't. Being humble and saying humble is a bit stupid, but you know what I mean?
That's part of growth, man. You take the L's, you take the wins, it's part of progress.
Exactly.
You know,
100%, man. 100%.
Yeah, man. I think we're done, man. Yeah, and we touched on every subject.
That was good.
Man, I appreciate you coming down again, man. Thank you so much. This is BigJaysBeats. This is CJ. Thank you for watching about AntNation.
Yeah.
Take care, man.